The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Earnestly Speaking podcast. Let's get it. I'm a giant in New York, in Miami carry heat. So much more in store, my product can flood the street. Opinion Nation Godfather, CEO. Puff in the late 90s, gon' see me blow. Oh! Got my hustle on, no imitation of that. Army of untouchables, Opinion Nation staff. Never an off season, homie, check the numbers. Heartthrob in my own right, supplying southern comfort. Earnestly speaking, my ego is well fed. Earnestly speaking, you're too feeble and no threat. See, I'm like a hurricane, you're a mild breeze. Earnestly speaking, leaving Eli a dynasty. Shake!
Earnestly Podcast. It is the first podcast of 2026, also the 15th year of the show. Of course, Zack The Degenerate. Actually, a little earlier than usual because it is Monday, but schedules are weird these days because Zach, you're working a lot these days. First off, before we get to all semantics, Zachary, Happy New Year, number one.
Happy New Year, buddy.
How you doing?
Well, beat, exhausted.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, I worked yesterday. I worked a day off yesterday too, so I'm right there with you.
Same old. Nah, yesterday was nice. I caught up on a lot of sleep with naps.
That's good, man. And also want to apologize, even though we haven't done a show in nearly 2 weeks, that wasn't planned that way, and they're working out that way because Zach and I couldn't lock in a day to do the week 18 edition of the picks, so we decided to just take a rain check on that one. So we apologize for that, obviously, guys. And I figured, you know what? Let's just take the week off. Fuck it. It's holidays. Let's take the week off, enjoy it, recharge, because obviously the playoffs are going to be very busy. We got a lot of pods come out this week, though. Look out for that, of course. And we'll obviously get our best bets for Wildcard Weekend in just a second. And yes, we do have rankings well, too. We're going to rank all 14 playoff teams as well. And, of course, we also have predictions for the college football semifinals, which kick off on Thursday and Friday this week. But before we go there, Zach, we got to react because it's Black Monday. We're recording on Monday. It is Black Monday as we record this. And already we have 4 firings. Technically, 3 of them happened today. 1 happened yesterday. First one yesterday, Raheem Morris fired by the Falcons after 2 8-9 seasons back-to-back. Your thoughts on that?
No, he's not a winning coach. You know, he's a 500 coach at best. You have to give him a perfect situation in order for him to succeed.
And there was really no way. That's the thing too. Also, like I was hoping he got a third year because it wasn't that things fell off the hinges, obviously. But I know people want to say, well, there's obviously people on certain demographics that say, oh, well, the color thing, and no, because the Falcons are not just firing him; they fired the entire front office, CEO, GM, you name it. They're gutting the entire thing at this point now. Well, no, I agree. They did what they did. It wasn't just Raheem Morris. It wasn't targeted towards Raheem Morris. It was the entire staff got booted. So I don't necessarily buy into that thing, but I understand why they did what they did. Then you have, of course, the big one for me, which I'm hoping works out for the Giants. The Browns firing Kevin Stefanski out of Cleveland for 6 years. This is the 2-time coach of the year, in fact, for the Browns. I've already told you on the record on the show that it did feel like for a while that he was tanking the year. I think he wanted out of Cleveland, and the way he handled the Shedeur Sanders situation, it kind of felt like he was doing it on purpose. That's my opinion, personally. I know. What do you think about that?
Well, one, I'm sorry, but Shedeur hasn't shown shit.
Yeah.
All right, he either goes for the big play or he has no play. Right. So we got to stop acting like, oh, well, he didn't coach up Shedeur enough. He didn't give him enough chances early in. Stop, man. There's a reason why every single other team in the league passed on this kid for 5 rounds. Because every other team in this league at least needs a backup. And so when they can coach up and come in to play and win a game, because in the NFL, everybody gets hurt.
True. No,
everybody gets hurt. So to pretend like, oh well, third string quarterback wasn't getting first string snaps.
Yeah.
He's the one. He's sabotaging. No. I'm sorry, but it takes a 48-yard bomb for Sanders to average 5 yards per pass attempt because most of his passes are at the line of scrimmage or behind. So
Yeah.
no,
I'm not totally surprised.
I just think for all the people who want to hate on Stefanski for Shador, you know what? Dylan Gabriel had better moments than Sanders, and all I heard was every speaking head in the NFL trashing Dylan Gabriel because they wanted to go kiss the ring of Deion Sanders, who's never won anything in college football.
Well, when we say anything like championships and stuff, yeah, I guess you have a point there. But
How about win a major big game? Like he won a game against TCU that ended up being worthless because TCU was trash that year.
no, that's a fair point. No, there's something said about that. I think that the two extremes on both sides of those arguments are pretty bad. It makes the context very spoiled in that way. That's why, but I think Stefanski didn't. I honestly believe he didn't want to be there. I think he was against the drafting Shador. He probably didn't want to draft Shador. And some of the optics look kind of weird, but at the end of the day, I think he's a great coach. He'll have another job in no time. I think honestly, I already said on record when the Giants fired Brian Daboll, I said the first thing I said, I want Stefanski as my head coach. So Browns, please be stupid as you always are, so I can get that guy in my running my team, please. So I'm okay with Stefanski being fired. So the Giants get him hopefully. So then we have the shocking one here actually. Like I'm not surprised Pete Carroll and the Raiders are done with each other because I actually thought Pete Carroll might actually retire. But the fact that he got fired, I'm a little shocked. But again, this year, very disappointing. Not that the Raiders were supposed to be good or anything like that, but I remember before the year started, I said this will be a sneaky team in the AFC that they may not win the division, but they'll probably win 6-7 games and give teams fits. No. They were the worst team in football this year by a mile. Okay, 3 wins only this year, and after the win came against the Chiefs team that really. No Mahomes, no quarterbacks. The team game didn't matter. And Pete Carroll's gone. I'm actually kind of shocked a little bit. Your thoughts on Pete Carroll?
Yeah, I was really shocked he didn't even want to give it a second season with the rookie just to have a second opportunity. Because, man, what a bad taste to end your NFL coaching career on.
You think he's done?
There's no way he's 83 years old.
He's 73, but he looks great though.
73?
He's like 72, 73 years old. Some of that. It's like Belichick age. I'll try to quick.
No, he's older than Belichick.
All right, Pete Carroll, age. He's 74 actually.
74.
He looks good though. He looks fantastic.
Oh no, he looks good. He's but I think he's done in the NFL. I actually think he's done coaching.
He said he does not want to retire. So take that as you will.
Yeah. If he's willing to move into the front office, that's a different story. But coaching, he's done. I can't imagine another team hiring him.
It's also a young man sport now. Like I think there's a limit. I think that's why you probably never see Bill Belichick in the NFL again for the same reason. Some guys get dated. I'm not saying Pete Carroll is old and curmudgeon. He's not. In fact, he's the exact opposite of that. However, the results are the results. And if your last result was 3-14 in the Raiders, that's not good. Like you go up there to at least be stable and keep that team. And for the record, wasn't it was a bad roster. Like you had Geno Smith who done some things recently in recent years. You got the best tight end in football, arguably on your roster. You have talent there. Max Crosby, arguably one of the best defensive players in football. So you have talent there to make it work. You shouldn't be 3-14 bad.
No, I agree. So I totally agree.
That's what. Yeah. And then finally, the last one, a little bit of a shock though, but Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals fired him today as well too after I think it's the second year. I'm I guess a little stunned by that because they already were trying to fall apart anyway. Kyler Murray got benched pretty much. He got hurt and then came back. I thought Jacoby Brissett played okay this year, given the circumstances, but it's still fired anyway. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he is a great coach. But I would say he kind of got a raw deal this year when the front office decided, you know what, we're gonna cut ties with Kyle Murray after the season, so we don't want to risk an injury.
Yeah.
And you had to play Jacoby Brissett, who, yeah, statistically he can put up some numbers, but bottom line, he does not win in the NFL.
No, he's a stopgap. He's not your answer. Bottom line. So, again, those are the first 4 coaches fired. No word on anything else about the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel. I don't think anything will happen with that until they get a new GM. Personally, I think Steve Ross likes him personally. What other jobs out there could be in jeopardy? I'm missing. That's might be
John Harbaugh.
That's another one. I also can't rule out Mike Tomlin again, even though he won last night against the Ravens. If they get crushed by the Texans this weekend, which we'll get to in a second, that could be still something to look at. I don't know. Zach Taylor's coming back next year. That was confirmed. Joe Shane, GM for the Giants, that's confirmed. He's coming back next year too as well. I will say Zach Taylor's on the hot seat next year. I will say that. Hot seat.
Yeah, because his contract's almost up. So
is it lame duck? Is it lame duck year next year?
I think he's only got 2 years left. So I think the Bengals and their owner are willing to pay another coach 1 more year if they were to fire. Otherwise, they're the cheapest team in football. There's no way they're firing that guy and bringing in a head coach.
Well, we already know that 2 teams football, but the history bemoans themselves. We know how bad they are, so that's not a surprise at all. But the one
cheapest and dumbest.
Oh, not a question. Again, they paid 2 receivers $2 million a year.
Yeah.
And they already have an elite quarterback for the record. So why would you do that for, dummy? Makes no sense. Anyway, but keep an eye on the Mike McDaniel situation in Miami. That's the one thing I'm looking for right now, more than anything else. All right. Before we get to our picks for this week, best bets. We continue our rankings here. We're gonna we ranked we ranked the 14 teams in playoffs this year. This will be fun. I think mine might be a little controversial here, but we'll see. Zach, your number 14 team this week entering Super Wildcard Weekend is?
At 14 is Carolina.
We agree as well. That's easy.
Don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. Couldn't even win the final game of the season when it mattered to ensure they could be in the playoffs.
I'll give you this much. Given between them and Tampa, they deserve more than Tampa.
No.
Honestly, bro, Tampa fell apart.
Tampa can fall apart, but what other quarterback in the playoffs or even having a chance at the playoffs threw for 50 fucking yards in an entire NFL game? Who had only four games all season of over 200 yards. This is the NFL in a pass-happy league, and you can never go over 200 passing yards.
All right, so 14 for me, also Carolina as well. All right, 13 for you, Zach.
At 13 is Steelers.
Me too. This is easy. The first couple 2 are easy. But I am intrigued right now by what they can do because they have the veteran leadership, they have the experience. But I mean, Baltimore, my God, that last quarter was amazing. Lamar did his thing late, put him in position to win that game. But I told Lauren last night, before the kick, I go, he's gonna miss this kick. He's gonna miss it. He's gonna fucking miss this kick. He's like, don't say that. She hates Aaron Rodgers, of course, and of course the kick. I'm rooting for the Ravens to win anyway. I want to win the Super Bowl this year. By the way, the Ravens window opportunity here, as bad as they were this year, they get in the playoffs. High to powers, they can win 3 straight games and go to Super Bowl. This is AFC. Yes, they can. But
no, not with Lamar Jackson's history. No.
Right. My point is that the AFC is so wide open now that the opportunity was there and they blew it. That's the blown opportunity there. My opinion. Best chance to go to Super Bowls this year for the Ravens and they blew it. So, all right, 12. You got?
Oh, this is where I gotta go look back at my record. Hold on.
Okay. What you got?
All right. So
we might agree. Actually,
I did have playoff. I have conference and Super Bowl tickets on the Steelers, and I also have them on this team. It is the team I have been bragging about all season about being right about them. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
So low?
Yes, because I feel like the Cinderella story is about to end. Like 12 o'clock is getting here, and I feel like midnight's about to tick.
Well, we're about to touch that game very soon. in the second.
It's also for the fact they play the Bills.
I understand that, but I'm a little stunned they're that low. Okay, clearly you and I are opposite ends of that team because look, I'm the one that's come in late on the Jags, but better late than never. 12 brings the Bears.
Oh,
Again, you had a chance, and look, you got the 2 seed, so cool, kudos to you, but only because the Eagles coach is fucking stupid. Okay, not playing the starters even for the first half. Because had he played the starters, they win that game, and they're the 2 seed.
so you're expecting the Packers to win then?
More on that later.
Okay,
but the Bears, I was very discouraged watching them yesterday. A game where you control your destiny, you win, you're 2 seed, right? At home against a rival, and you come out that flat. And Ben Johnson, to his credit, was not happy about that. You can see it in his face in the fourth quarter. Not happy about that. To me, that's like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And we'll get to the picks, obviously, and see how I feel about that going forward. But that was a bad look by a Bears team that was starting to pick some things up. I know Nelson and I are still not before that, but again, that's forgiven because it's in San Francisco and all that. But against a Detroit team I know it's a rivalry game, but it's a Lions team that is, they're feeling bad on themselves, and then you couldn't even close the game out. You come out that flat. Come on, bro. That's bad. Bad look by Chicago. All right, 11. Who you got?
11. Oh.
I'll get mine first. While you look up yours.
No, I just forgot for a second.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Well, gotta make them 4th worst because they were supposed to go ahead of the Jags. That's horrible. The Packers.
Same here. Packers.
Yeah.
Coming in limping in, but I got to tell you this much. As a 7 seed, they got the best matchup of the 2 between Philadelphia and Chicago. If I'm the Packers fan, I'm glad I'm playing Chicago this week instead of Philadelphia. Familiarity. You beat them once already. You almost beat them again the second time without your quarterback. Just saying. Green Bay looks a lot better now than it did like 48 hours ago. Just saying. 10.
At 10, I had the 49ers.
So do I.
So their defense is a siphon. All right. They
Yes.
just give up points right and left.
Yes. This is a problem. And it's weird to say that for a Niners team. That Brock Purdy has been playing really good football, but that defense is a problem, and it may cost them a one and done in the first round. We shall see about that. I'm very concerned. Very concerned. So, and they're a team that they need that win against Seattle on Saturday for obvious reasons. Now they got to go on the road to Philadelphia first round. Tough place for you guys to play. We're traveling east. We'll see. Number 9, who you got? So far, we're in the pocket with each other, pretty much, other than one team.
Did I already go the Bears?
You did not say the Bears yet, did you?
Yeah, okay, good. So, yeah, I had the Bears now.
Bears
well,
at 9?
It screwed me up because, I flipped Jags and Green Bay.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. I only wrote this mine down within the last hour.
Well, no, I wrote it down on my phone, so I don't have my sheet.
Oh, okay.
Normally, I write it down on paper so I can look at it.
Hey, we're all working today. I get it. We're coming in here limping in, not unprepared, but not normally in a normal setting. Bears feel high. Like I said, I'm not big on the Bears. You still on the Bears though?
I had the Bears just because I think they win their first round, but they'll lose their second round. And I also believe it could be a toss-up game. Because, yes, they split, but Jordan Love is iffy at times. And Green Bay's defense has not been the same.
Not for nothing. I'm not going to include last year's game against Philadelphia, but Jordan Love in the playoffs has been pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Week off. Well, actually, 2 weeks off, actually. He should be well rested. Obviously, not having Michael Parsons is going to hurt. But, I don't know. This appears that bad taste in my mouth after yesterday, honestly. 9 for me is the Bills. And again,
whoa.
9 for me. No. Let me rephrase that. 9 for me is Josh Allen. Although the rushing leader in the NFL is also on the Bills as well too.
But he's
again-
gonna win his first round matchup.
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
We'll get there in a second. I have issues with Buffalo's roster not named Josh Allen. And I now have to put myself in a position to trust Sean McDermott to do things right. I can't do that. I don't know. We'll see how the game goes on Sunday afternoon, which we might get the other for that game. We'll see. All right, 8 for me. 8 for you, rather.
At 8 for me, this one's gonna suck, but it's New England. All right, you've beaten one quality opponent, one playoff team all year long. I just don't know if being able to dominate the 4 worst teams in football all season is enough to guarantee you one victory in the playoffs. So I'm sorry, but this is where you lie.
That's a tough one. 8 for me is the Chargers.
Wow. For a guy who loves the Chargers and was talking just 2 weeks ago.
I don't know how healthy Herbert is this week, though. Like, if Herbert's healthy this week, I'm probably picking to win this game against New England.
He was less healthy 2 weeks ago, and you had him as the top 5 team in football.
And then they lost, and he was still hurt.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's more about it has more to do with their situation, more about them as a team. All things equal, I'm picking Chargers win this game this weekend. We'll get to in a second the picks. All things equal, I'm picking Chargers win this game. They're a better team.
Me too.
But he's definitely compromised right now. So we shall see. 7 for you. Who you got?
At 7. At 7, I got the Chargers.
Okay. So we're not too far off.
No, but I got to win a football game, a playoff game, so I can't have them so low that, they don't even get credit for it.
Mm-hmm. 7 for me, and honestly, I want to put this team even higher because I think they're actually better than this team, even though the dynamics don't say so. But right now, 7 for me is the Texans, and I really want to go higher than that, honestly.
That is one of the scariest teams going into the playoffs, I think.
That is my pick to win the AFC, actually.
Wait, your pick to win the AFC is the 7th is your 7th ranked team?
Yeah, but I have to also get the result too of what it is. Also, I can't be so hard on Denver to the point where because they did win the 1 seed, it will go through them. So, and maybe if Houston plays if Houston blows out Pittsburgh this weekend, for example, that may have influence on me putting them ahead of Denver next week when they play Denver, assuming they do play Denver. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of balance the scales there, but I do think Houston's very capable of winning the AFC. Again, the AFC picture right now, the bracket, is so razor thin right now that any edge the team has, such as home field advantage, could be enough. Denver, for their credit, does have that, and it's hard to win in those elements. So I have to put that baked in as well too. But all things equal, can Houston beat Denver and any other team in the AFC? Absolutely, without question. So we'll see. 6 for you. Who you got?
Ooh. At 6, you're going to hate me for this.
I already do hate you, so shut up.
It's the Denver Broncos, and it's only because of Bo Nix that they're this low on my list.
Oh, I got them there 6 too.
Yeah.
I just told you, I would actually want to swap these teams. I want to swap these teams almost.
Literally any other quarterback besides Bryce Young, and they are higher on my list. But Bo Nix, no.
He's frustrating too. You know why? Because we have seen moments in a few games this year where he has been phenomenal. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is the Bo Nix experience now. This should be like the game against Green Bay about a month ago. Phenomenal game. The quarter against the Giants come back. There's been moments we've seen Bo Nix play well, right? But then we don't get the entire package in one game often enough, which is exactly why Denver's so fucking low on my list. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's why it's so low on my list. It's because of him, not because of the defense. It's because of him. But maybe to hold him back. I don't know. We'll see. but this is why they're low on my list. 5 for you.
At 5 for me, the Buffalo Bills.
You're big on the Bills, man. You are.
Josh Allen is just that scary of a mofo. I mean, he can take over any game. Only guy in the AFC, I believe, who can take over a game.
Right now, yeah, I agree with that. And he's very capable. Like I almost want to put Josh Allen number 1, honestly. But again, it's a team sport. 5 for me is the Jaguars. I know what's happened in the last couple of weeks, though, but I'm buying in now. Like now they're winning the games that they're winning the what I call the measuring stick games. They're winning those now, but also now they're winning the games the way supposed to. See, you talk about like the Jaguars needing a game to improve their seeding yesterday, unlike the Bears. Jags came out and took their business. I don't care if it's Tennessee. They blew them out the way it's supposed to. What did Chicago do against Detroit? Come on, flat. That's the difference. So I'm buying into Lincoln and what they're doing there. I really am. I mean, they could be very scary. Trevor Lawrence is no longer sunshine, I guess you said last week. 2 weeks ago, rather, in the pod.
Yeah. That was before they were even in your top 10. So
that's right. So they're shedding all that stuff off now. So we'll see. 4 for you.
At 4 for me is the Houston Texans. They are most complete team in the AFC. A quarterback who has won multiple games in the playoffs, even though he's a young guy, 3rd year. You gotta love this kid.
That's forgotten here too. Also, this is the 3rd year in a row. Houston. Remember, Houston was a bottom feeder team for fucking 5-6 years. He gets there, playoff team, playoff win. 2nd year, playoff team, playoff win. 3rd year, playoff team. Question mark. We'll see next week. I love it. 4 for me is the Patriots. And again, is I acknowledge that they haven't played anybody. Totally with you. But again, when you don't play anybody, the next thing I want to see is that, okay, can you beat those bad teams when you're supposed to? And that's what they're doing. So I can credit for that one. So Drake May is my MVP. He's been phenomenal this year. You know, what, really? Oh, that's another debate we have later on. Him and Stafford. Although we'll say McCaffrey should get some love though as well too. But yeah, Patriots number 4 for me. 3, who do you got?
At number 3, I have the Seahawks.
Wow.
I have not bought in enough on Sam Darnold.
I understand that. I totally got that. But what I saw on Saturday, and I'll get to Seattle in a second because they're higher than that, is that as long as they had to put a game in his hands, you can win the games without him doing, So I get it. 3 is the Eagles for me. And again, they're not playing the best football. They prior to yesterday, they started playing a lot better. It's a trust thing for me. The Eagles. They've been there, the defending champions. And as long as they show up and play hard, they are in the mix. And like I said, I don't know why Sirianni didn't pull. I don't know why he pulled the starters. I don't know why, because had he played the starters yesterday, or even half the game against the Commanders, they're a 2 seed right now. Made no sense at all. That made no fucking sense. So, but the Eagles 3 for me because I trust them more than anybody else. To be honest, I trust them more than any of the 14 teams here on this list. They're the team I trust the most. So, 2, we got.
At 2, it's a team who, whether they're the 3 seed or the 2 seed, they still got to play 3 games, and it doesn't matter. What they did was make sure they were all healthy. Every guy on their team who truly matters is healthy going into the playoffs. It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
I get it.
A team that literally sleptwalked through the entire NFL season, and with all of that talent, still managed to be a 3 seed.
And not for nothing, probably the hardest schedule in football this year.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these teams we were mentioning here, they play this year. And beat a chunk of them also, too. So, gotta give credit for that. 2 for me is the Rams. I know they're the 6 or no, they're the 5. Probably should be the 1, honestly. But the crazy Seattle game a couple weeks ago that they got fucked on. And then what the hell happened to Atlanta? We had a chance to react to it because we didn't do the podcast last week, but the Falcons lost. What the fuck was that shit? That was a weird ass game there. But But all things equal, they'll be healthy. They get Devontae Adams back this week. They should destroy Carolina. Should. We'll see. And I think they are probably after Philly, probably even more so than Philly because the quarterback's a lot better. The most complete team in the NFC. With the quarterback. So that's it. One for me, one for you. Rams?
The Rams. They got the MVP of the league. The guy who has gone up against the toughest defenses in all of football this season. Literally, repeatedly had to go up against the toughest defenses in football this season. When you're thinking about going up against the Seahawks pass defense. And he managed to hang up, 40 once?
Yeah.
I mean, guy is incredible. The Rams just got so many weapons.
They do.
They're the only team, I think, who could knock off the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah. I agree with that. And they came close twice to doing it in the last 2 years. One for me is the Seahawks. And here's why. Again, NFC, almost similar dynamics to the AFC. Not quite, because there's a couple of teams there that don't belong there, like Carolina, of course. When you have, at the top of the conference, teams that are neck and neck, raised within margins, home field advantage matters. Very few places in the league where home field really matters. Really matters.
Yeah.
Seattle's one of those places. Seattle is one of those, probably the top 3 teams places in the league where I want to go there in January. I want to go there. That fucking crowd's nuts. They call them 12th man for a reason. So because of that, they have an edge here. They took it to business on Saturday. There's an edge there. So you got a running game. You got the defense playing out of his fucking mind. And Sam Darnold's not making mistakes. Look, I understand Sam Darnold could lose you games. But there's a certain balance in act here, I think, that as long as you play within the system, Sam Darnold doesn't have to go crazy. You're at home. You'll get a lot of calls. You might get some false starts on the other team as well, too. Those things matter. Those things pile up in a playoff game. So I think home advantage for Seattle matters more than any other team in the conference, honestly. So that's why I'm number 1 for that reason alone. Now, do I think they're better than Philadelphia and LA? It might be a wash at best. I don't think it's clearly better, but the home advantage gives them an edge. So I'll say that. All right, Super Wildcard Weekend's here. 6 games. You got 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and that's stupid. That's Monday. I'm not a fan of the Monday night game. I'm just not. I don't know how I feel about it. You like it?
Yes.
Especially
because I've been having Mondays off. Gives me a chance.
Oh, nice. Okay, then for you, well, happy for you then. That's it. Okay. Here we go. Saturday, 4:30. We got the Rams at the Panthers. Rams are 10-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, 46.5. By the way, these 2 teams didn't meet about a month or so ago. Panthers won, for the record. Who you got?
Yeah, Stafford had his worst game of the season against them. I'm pretty sure he's looking for payback. Give me the Rams to cover this. They will absolutely destroy Carolina.
Yeah, I think the Rams get refocused here. I almost put Carolina in points here because there's a lot of points. But I'm thinking to myself, like, no, this Rams team is all business right now. The weather should be fine. The weather is a little weird that maybe Carolina has a chance to keep that thing close, but even then, I still pick the Rams. Carolina's not good. Again, I'm watching the game against Tampa on Saturday night. I don't get it.
Yeah.
How are they here?
Miracles. Pure miracles of teams not taking the team serious, even though it is an NFL team.
I mean, they do have quality wins, though, against Green Bay and against fucking the Rams this year. So,
yeah,
there's
both teams did not take Carolina serious. I think you both know that.
Yeah, clearly. I got the Rams well, too, also. I'll tell you why. I almost had Carolina, but I had the Rams well. All right. The 8 o'clock game on Saturday, Packers at Bears. The Bears are 1-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 46.
I like the Bears in this game.
You do?
I do. Jordan Love not having played in almost a month. I think it's gonna have a massive impact on this game.
Maybe it's just me and not feeling the Bears the last 24 hours. Maybe a little too emotional about this. But I like Green Bay here, bro. I really do. It comes out of trust for me. It's a trust thing. Packers, for all the issues they have with the injuries, they do have experience in the playoffs. They've been regular playoffs in the last couple of years. Jordan Love should be healthy. He hasn't played in almost a month, like I said. And I mean, I'm rooting for Chicago to win the game, but until I can trust you guys, you got to earn that, man. What I saw yesterday against Detroit was pathetic. Just fucking pathetic. So prove me wrong, Chicago. Give me Packers. All right, Sunday games, 1:00. Bills at Jags. The Bills are 1-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 51.5. So the Jags have been red hot this year and clearly a better record, home field advantage, and the Bills are still favored. Unbelievable.
So I got Jags conference champions. I got Jags Super Bowl. I want the Jags to win, but if I'm betting this game right now, I'm taking the Bills. So give me the Bills -1.
This feels tough, but not as dire as the Bears, but I feel the same with the Bills as well too. Also, and at least I trust their quarterback. And here's the thing about the quarterback: he could be enough to win a game on his own because he's that fucking good. But the Jags, maybe I'm just buying into what I'm seeing the Jags as. Maybe it's recent buy-ins recently. But what I've seen the Jags this last month, especially watching them a little more, like, oh, okay, y'all are serious. Give me Jacksonville here. I think Jacksonville continues to roll. Buffalo, I don't trust them. I don't trust them outside of Josh Allen and James Cook. So, all right, Sunday games. We got continued Sunday games rather. Niners at Eagles. The Eagles 3-point favorites. Zach, the over/under is 46.5.
Give me the Eagles. Defending Super Bowl champions, healthy, ready to take a football game serious. Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I think they win the game, man. But I think the best bet is the over. The Niners defense can't stop anybody. So I can see a little bit of a shootout here, honestly. Give me the over this game. Niners, that's a tough loss against Seattle. Their defense has been really mid, though, man. I'm not used to that. That's something that's really weird. And I know Purdy got nicked up at the end of the game. He should be fine, but is there any effects of that going to next week? We shall see. So, all right, the Sunday night game. We have Chargers at Patriots. The Pats are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 46.
I think Justin Herbert finally gets a playoff victory. Give me the Chargers.
I want to pick him. I really do. The problem is I don't know how healthy he is. That's the thing. And by the way, there is a real scenario, Zach, in my opinion, that all 3 wildcard teams in the AFC, road teams, all win this weekend. That's realistic chance. You have Buffalo winning this game, for example. Yeah, so don't be surprised, guys. Don't be surprised if all the road teams this weekend in the AFC all win. Don't be shocked. Best bet though, I'll go over. Just because it's a cop out bet here because I don't know Herbert's status. Like he's going to play the game, obviously, but how effective will he be? Not for nothing though. You mentioned Houston being the most balanced team in the AFC. I actually disagree with that slightly. I think the Chargers, when they're healthy and on all cylinders, are the most balanced team because they have all 3: the quarterback, the defense, the running game, the whole night, all locked in. But I'll take the over on this one, and coaching too. Jim Harbaugh has been there, so Mike Vrabel, he's a good coach. Obviously, he's been there with Tennessee, but it's a whole new bird here. So, and finally, the Monday night game here, we got Texans at Steelers. The Texans are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 39.5.
So probably the smarter bet will be the under, but give me the Texans. I think the Texans literally throw dirt on Aaron Rodgers' grave and send him into retirement.
Yep. If it wasn't last night, it'll be next week. I got Houston too. And that's what I was saying. Even though the Ravens lost, I was saying that regardless of that, the first exit. Either team that won that game last night was going to lose to Houston. Houston's red hot right now.
Yeah.
That defense is playing so good. Lamar might caught a break but not getting hurt. You know, he probably kind of got hurt against Houston. So, Texans playing good. CJ Stroud's playing better also too. Not for nothing. Houston's my team to win the AFC. Give me Houston to win on Monday Night Football and put Aaron Rodgers in retirement as well too. So, all right. One more thing we get out of here. Actually, two more things. I have breaking news real quick. College football semifinals. Quickly, Miami against Ole Miss. Are you shocked Miami beat Ohio State? Because I'm not.
No, we even talked about this before, even though I had missed a week. I've been saying it was a matchup from the 2001 2002 season, so I thought they would come out and get revenge. That's what I expected. They did it. I did not see it the way it went, but I did see a Miami victory.
Yeah, I had Miami the points on them. I bet the game had Miami the points, but am I shocked they won? No. And I also said too. Also, the winner of that game wins the national title probably. Just saying. So I said. So, I like them against Ole Miss by the way.
I do as well. I think it was a happy storybook ending that Ole Miss managed to win a game after losing their head coach, but Miami is dialed in right now.
They are, and not only that, I think Miami got a break too. They got the better matchup because if they play Georgia, I might pick Georgia to beat Miami. The same. So they got a better matchup, and then the other one, Oregon against Indiana. I'm going Indiana. I don't trust Oregon.
Oh man, I think Indiana puts a whooping on Oregon. This is a game where I think they win by double digits.
Yeah, I like Indiana as well. So we'll have an Indiana-Miami final in 2 weeks. So, all right, you're done here. But I have somewhat breaking news here. There's a report here that Trae Young may be going to Washington. They're working on a trade.
Wow, that's good because getting Trae Young off the Atlanta Hawks is a playoff win for the Atlanta Hawks right now.
I agree. It's time.
Yeah.
Nothing against Trae Young as a player. It's just he's maxed out there.
He just did not end up being the monumental player that the hype was pushing coming out of college.
And again, this team got to the conference finals in 2021, but they did not add to that, you know. And they play better without him. They do. So the talks are real. This should be a very interesting trade deadline in the NBA. But we'll touch on that in the next time we meet up again on this here. Anyway, Zach, good job as always. Good luck on your picks. Hopefully, get together this weekend to watch one of these games, and me and my brother and you and whoever. So
yeah, man.
All right, buddy. You got it, man. Take it easy, man.
Later.
All right, brother.